Dun, 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 dun. One of my idols, 1979 Chrysler New Yorker. I have wanted one of these cars since I was about probably 15 or 16 years old. Her name is Anita. I paid $1,800 for her out of Pottstown, Pennsylvania. A buddy of mine in the area said, "Hey, I found something you really, really want." So I spent about 3 hours just cleaning as much of the shit out as I could. Headliner was absolutely fucking disgusting. I mean, like, oh my god, it was horrible. I mean, this is all solid. Look at how much flex is in this roof, like especially like right here. Very stark contrast to my Panthers. Another interesting thing about this door doesn't open. That's not my fault. Oh, I like the seating position. Don't know what this is from. Maybe from the hood ornament? I don't fucking know. I don't care for hood ornaments. If they're there, they're there. If they're not, they're not. This I'm going to have to peel off at some point, but it's held up really well. Nice shift link. It's just the old school. No battery. Oh, I hate batteries. I fucking despise batteries. I have the worst luck with them. Oh, she's a really cool car. So, nice quality workmanship in here. Like, come on. I mean, this, to my knowledge, this is all factory. Pulled all this garbage out. Now, unlike the Panthers, this vehicle is a former rear window. You'll see that the rear window, see, it's not a full, doesn't go all the way across the rear glass there. What you will see, and what I ended up finding out the hard way, looks much better without the trim. Sorry, this strap's in the way. Looks much better without the trim. But what I ended up finding out is it's a former rear window, and it's got window trim. But the window trim is integral to this plastic shell. Yeah. Woo! That makes sense. As you can see, I put a fair amount of the garbage. This came with a bunch of 15-inch wheels and garbage. I have no use for it. Fuck it, get rid of it. It's going to be running on 16s, 4-wheel disc. It's a damn good car, though. I mean, the body is absolutely fucking solid and lovely on it. It's insane. I mean, fuck it, might as well open up all the doors. I mean, clearly, whoever owned this before me, they knew enough to keep it out of the snow and salt, because normally the rockers are just trashed on these. I mean, this is super. I mean, the trim popped off, and I was expecting rust, but wow, yep, nice door. Sorry, nice door jamb there. I mean, there's some little garbage here and there, like leaves. I cleaned a bunch of it out. Needs more, but it's going into storage today, so I'm just kind of zipping through everything. Look at these rocker panels. Look at how clean this is. Look at the fucking floors and frame on this. Look at that. There's factory paint on there. I mean, for $1,800, I stole this thing. I mean, really, like it's a damn good car for $1,800. Just a tiny bit of pitting and surface rust starting on the bottom there. That's, I mean, you know, guy who's going to be doing all the fun stuff with this car is going to be. Panels are going to have to come off anyway. I got rid of those stupid turn signal marker lights. I don't like those. Some people do. I don't. I never have. I love the flush-fitting door glass. I mean, but here's what I mean earlier about. You know what's really weird about this? So you think, oh, this has a full-size rear door glass piece. Nope. No, it does not. I took off the shell, and yeah. So instead of having quarter glass, like, why would you do this? Just have a full-size rear door glass piece. Like, I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it look like it's a two-door when the four doors are closed. By making the front door, your attention's diverted to the front door. Oh, that's really cool. No, it's not. Vinyl top came off without much issue, as you can probably imagine. I mean, the workmanship on this car was very bad. I mean, these panel gaps are all sorts of fucky. I mean, I'm not about to run my finger through it, but, I mean, you know. These plants are dead. I'm not worried about it rotting anything out. If there's any grass under here, it's not going to hurt it. I tarped it and smothered it. You got no problems there. This is gravel. This car is fine. So yeah, I remember before I parked this, or rather before I guess got this thing ready to go for a really long winter nap, the tune of a couple years, I greased the shit out of all the hinges and the linkages, like all this shit here. So I pulled the hood release, popped right open. And this, look at this. Look at that! Fucking amazing. Easy. These are going to have to come off at some point. I can't get to them with the fender on the car. These are going to have to come off at some point. Again, I don't know how to, I mean, looks like it's screwed in from the inside, which means the door panel will have to come off. Vinyl top is, we'll say, no better nor worse for wear. It's like you're not pulling anything off here. It's all, yeah, it's all solid and glued on there. But this car, the vinyl top needed to come off. Oh my god, this is heavy. Oh my fucking god, these hood struts have no happiness. Yeah, I kept as much of the trim that I could pull without hurting it too much. And I'm not a walking dumpster, except if I am receiving cum, so yeah. Glad I greased this stuff before I close it up for the winter, but a lot of the stuff's gonna have to get tossed, like a lot of garbage. Didn't have anywhere else to put it, so. Wow, that is a heavy fucking trunk. And fuel filler behind here, check this out. I think it goes one of these ways. Yep, it goes like this. How fucking cool is that? So let's just start on this side. Like I said, I greased all the doors and everything, so these should just pop right open. Easy peasy. So I was initially very surprised to see a swimming pool in my rear footwells. This I later found out is a defect from the factory. All these cars got this. It's what happens when the door, I think they said the door or the door glass isn't sealed to the body correctly, so it just lets water in. I haven't touched this weather stripping. All I did was pull the trim. I didn't pull any of the seals or nothing here. And the fact that it's on both sides tells me it's probably, honestly, it's probably just missing a chunk like right fucking here that's running down under here, or no, not through the pillar, but maybe like along here. It's like that on both sides. So, oh, look at this. This is fucking. Oh no, this isn't wet. This is just fucking dirty. But you can even see in here, this needs a new rear window because there's minimal weather strip. I mean, some of it is probably just the trim holes. Probably should have taped that, but it's fine. I would want these reupholstered in cloth anyway. I'm not too worried about that. But it's like that on both sides. I'm not going to carjack you. Alexis just gave me the stink eye. She's like, bitch, you better not. So here's the driver's side rear door. Easy peasy.
I'm sitting here thinking to myself, and here we see alone Alexis in her possibly, natural habitat, freezing to death in a car that has no heat.
Well, it didn't work when I got it, and I'm sure shit not gonna repair it. This car's not gonna see any winters when she's back up or operational again. First thing I love about these, I love the frameless door glass. And it just no, I never. No. So this is one of the few cars that when closing the doors, I would either pull by. I would just this door pull feels good. Just don't pull hard. Just go like this.
Oh, don't yank it.
Oh, I didn't close it hard enough. That's okay. That's because this isn't because of a lack of lube. I greased the shit out of all this before I took this thing away for the winter here. But this door is a little out of adjustment. You can't really see, but these doors actually rub on each other a little bit. You can see a little bit right here and a little bit down here. And this trim, I don't know how exactly to pop this off. If I had dental floss, I would get behind it and just pull, and I bet you that would probably unseize it. But if I have to, when the time comes, these door panels will be taken apart. All this power window and power mirror assembly will get maintained. But for now, very light pull though. So yeah, here's our dimmer switch on the floor.
I was gonna say, are you going to not mention that?
No, I didn't know because I'm like, well, because here it is, no lights, parking lights, standard lights, and then yeah, high beams.
Floor mounted dimmer switch. The only reason they got rid of them was because of the European and Japanese market.
Always blame other continents.
Well, no, they did though. They did though.
You look really funny with the world's shittiest wiring run going for presumably the dome light, which isn't even here anymore.
Rip.
This is extremely lazy. So okay.
Dressed in pepperoni.
So remember, Now, Alexis here, I was talking to her periodically, and I was stripping this thing and really just getting acquainted with it. And I told her the headliner, there's basically no glue on here. You tell me, where's the glue for the headliner? They barely put any. There's a little bit of tape. This is for the, well, that used to be there. And then, yeah, and the tape for, I believe this is for, I think I know this is, you know what this is for? This is for this light here.
Oh.
It's that small connector, because this is the only side that's illuminated. So this probably goes all the way back, and then there's a fuse panel, presumably up in here and under the hood. Right. It all has to, because the batteries.
So why wouldn't they just do?
I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe they're. It does seem odd for a company that's not spending any money. Yeah, because in '79, Chrysler Company was broke.
Overly complicated bastards. I mean,
yeah, because you can see where this used to be taped. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna wait for that. So, fuck me. So yeah, normally it'd be taped like right here, and then there's another piece of it that was taped up here, and it just kind of loosely draped along like a lock of hair.
What is this for? To like not
protect the dash,
baking of the interior?
Protect the dash pad.
Well, clearly that doesn't seem to work in this.
Well, no, of course not. It's not needed here, but I'm not going to be. This thing is going to be outside for a while, so I got this dash pad is really nice. There's no cracks or anything in it. There's a little bit of dirt here, but it's to be expected. I'm not worried about that, as long as this is maintained and stays
Honestly,
the way it is.
This is really cool because this is like the same vintage of cars that I grew up in. I had my parents. They had a '74 Roadrunner that they brought me home from the hospital in, and so I live in Michigan. I mean, obviously, you know that if you watch the previous video, depending on when this goes up.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It'll be in the order we did it. Yeah.
But that car had a 360 in it, and the temperature in December and by proxy, or December of '93, and then into March or whatever, give or take. I mean, it got low to the point of negative 40 degrees.
Oh,
without
shit.
the wind chill.
You can't run you can't run diesel there either. You can't run anything.
Oh. Well, no, and cops were like, you need to stay off the road. And my parents were like, we need to get to our fucking kids. Shut up.
My jeans.
Literally. So, I mean, I was literally brought home from the hospital in a two-door version of this, essentially. Obviously different body style, but basically same applies. But then, I also basically lived in a 78 square body pickup and a 79 square body K5 Blazer. So, I mean,
That's the way the world used to be. Vehicles like this were commonplace. Now, obviously, they sold a lot of these in '79, and then the sales started to peter off. But, I guess compared to what GM and Ford were making, you bought this if you were an engineer and you wanted to fix things like, bad from the factory fucking door and window glass seals.
What's the old saying?
It's like on this side, too.
What's the old saying, mechanic's car gets done last?
Yeah, evidently. I mean, that's not to say that these cars are bad, but, this car's a '79, and this is, I'm buying an LTD from Georgia from the same year, and its steering wheel isn't cracked here.
This is a 44-year-old sedan. These things don't exist anymore, and if they do, it's a bunch of hot rodders,
Which is the camp that I'm in. The other thing about this is, the glove box is...
Unless they're in, SoCal, and they just can't afford or don't want to buy a new Kia Sorento or whatever.
Ew.
I mean, to be fair, if I was given a choice between this thing or a Kia Sorento, fuck the Kia.
Yeah, I'm
I just have to make sure the heat works. I'm gonna keep digging.
There's no, but no, you're not even. You couldn't drive this in the winter. This thing's way too nice.
You could.
You have to be on drugs.
Not with the flat tires and the weather stripping problem.
Among other things, yeah, the wiring run going across the fucking passenger compartment because of 2 pieces of tape. I can't even.
Just duct tape it. It'll be fine.
It will probably last longer than the 50-year-old paper they used to fix it. That's really sad.
Old school painter's tape from back in the day.
It was masking tape.
Oh God, no! It's basically painter's tape.
Yeah, that's what it is. So you're not far off at all.
No, my toes just are not happy.
Yeah, I was going to mention that earlier.
It doesn't help because I have steel-toed shoes on, but
yeah, not a lot of heat. Yeah, my toes are a little cold too. What is this? Is this like the? Oh, this is the trip minder of the clock.
Yeah,
but it's not mounted here. That's interesting.
It's probably to give the passenger something to do.
Well, right, yeah, exactly. Oh, here, I'll just play with my makeup and all this shit. Yeah.
Where are we going? Well, we're in Buffalo, New York. We gotta go all the way to Cholito. Okay. Fucking hell.
I really like this car. Like I said, for $1,700, I stole this thing. It needs help. 5.7 Hemi, 545 RFE, all that good shit. Like, various things to the exterior, vinyl top. This has to get replaced. This window's getting replaced. I mean, I'm not against doing something like a Gen 2 Mopar engine, like the one they put in the Dodge Rams. I'm going to carjack you for just a second. Look at how easily the doors open and close. Look at it. I love the styling. You see what I have to deal with here? Yes, the dark side of polyamory.